Hi, welcome to Material Girl podcast
with me, Amanda Dwyer.
and me, Susan Riddell. This is podcast 70.
70.
In our, is it no, that's 80 octogenarian. What's a 70-year-old then?
Sept.
We're in our septuagenarian years.
Years?
Era. We're in our septuagenarian era.
Era.
No, that
Decade.
what would be the right word?
Where, I don't know. I've never heard these words in my life. So,
You never heard the octogenarian?
no.
don't know.
I understand oct and sept and sanct.
Hold on.
Quatragarian. But I don't really know what these words mean. So,
Octogenarian.
octogenarian.
I don't know.
Right. She's just...
Octogenarian. That's it. Octogenarian.
We're close.
Octogenarian. Octogenarian.
Means...
A person who's between 80 and 89.
Oh.
It must be septuagenarian then.
I would think so, but...
Septuagenarian. Septuagenarian.
Septuagenarian.
Sorry, this is possibly the worst.
Our
We're in our
podcast
70s now.
is
We're on a
in
bit.
its septuagenarian
We're
era.
doddery. We're doddery in our 70s. We don't get to the point quickly.
Well, as if we've got a point.
No, that is true. What is the point?
Which
Is the
we
point?
really don't. Anyway,
So we're here faking that it's the next week.
we are when it's in fact
The same day
the
as
same
last
day
week.
as last week.
We were like, do you know what? We've got a wee space because Amanda had a cancellation and I've got a wee bit of time as well. And we're like, why don't we record? But why don't we do what everybody else does?
I record a whole season in a day,
Aye, man.
but in our case, just 2 episodes. We've never done this before.
Aye, because we've not really got enough to talk about for 1 episode, never mind 2.
Watch this be like the better one.
I know, it probably will be.
Well, we actually we committed. Susan went and got her hair done. I bought a new pair of trousers, changed my outfit.
I changed my jumper.
Look, we're
Just to kind of differentiate.
so it doesn't. It's not going to look like the same day.
Aye. It's
We're
later in the
honest.
day as well. It's a different time.
We're different people. A lot has happened.
A lot has happened. I got my hair done. That was a good, mostly bad.
What?
I stood in shite up the park.
Right. That's good luck.
No.
Okay.
I'm sick of that. It's just
No.
disgusting. People
No.
don't pick up dog
That
shit.
is disgusting.
And my tooth fell out.
Shut up. That's it.
This front molar here.
Fell
Eh,
out completely. Oh my god.
I know. So it was a
I'm
crown.
missing that tooth.
It's actually a crown.
I'm actually missing that whole tooth.
And the lack of sympathy. Not that I'm wanting sympathy, but I said to my man, she was pure, oh, can you see it? And I was pure, well, only when I smile. And she went, oh, well, you know, say it then.
You'll know, you won't know.
So I phoned up my dentist, who actually I'm in a dispute with because they're trying to charge me, like, because I never turned up the last time. I mean, they are in the right, but still.
Still, you're not having it.
So I phoned them up and they're like, you need to pay your fine or we can't have this
How much is
conversation.
your fine?
15 quid. So I paid it.
Come on. Right, okay.
And then they were like, but you can't, you need to phone back tomorrow morning for an emergency appointment. Are you in pain? And I was like, aye. I'm not in pain. But if you don't say you're in pain, you don't get seen.
Yeah.
This is a post-COVID dental world. It sucks ass.
They don't care.
They don't. And a lot of people just go private now. I can't afford to go private.
Me neither, but I was contemplating it after the last debauchery that happened to me at the dentist.
What happened?
That woman who drilled a hole right through my tooth to burst an abscess
Right.
without any anaesthetic.
Why did she do
Because
that?
she's a mad bastard. She's sacked. She got sacked now.
Did you grass her and she gets
No,
sacked?
actually never. So she's obviously been doing lots of dodgy stuff. She's not there now. She got asked to leave.
It's so hard to get a good dentist. I don't even like my dentist to know. Sorry if you're a listener.
I was like,
But-
please don't do this. And she was like, shut up. Have you ever seen Little Shop of Horrors?
Mm-hmm.
She was like the dentist in that. Except no funny like Steve Martin. She was just like,
I love that character.
I love that is I love that film.
I love that film as
It's
well.
so good. It reminds me of my childhood. My dad loved it and he thought it was so funny and he would let me watch it, which is probably
It was
inappropriate.
really
for my age.
dark. Really,
was.
really dark.
Really dark themes like
Mhm.
domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
Sadism.
Aye, sadism, aye.
Like just pure aliens coming down to eat people.
That was a kind of light-hearted bit.
That was like the best bit.
But it was like cannibalism, but like plants that need blood.
Also, but like just like people killing off, like people just feeding their problem people to the plant.
Aye. Well, a lot of murder
Like
as well.
somebody, like that's like a genius way to get rid of somebody.
It is. And do you know what? I don't know if the children of today could handle that film.
No. I wonder if Ethan would hate that film.
Would he?
He could be so upset.
I think I'm going to test it out in the Waynes and see how they react.
Ethan would be. We went to see the Minecraft movie on Friday. And you don't even. But like a wee fake sheep gets attacked by zombies. You don't even see it dying. He was pure. Oh, for like the rest of the like he was like he just kept turning to me and going, "That was sad when the sheep." And I was like, "Ethan, come on, it's gone, mate.
Get over it.
I was like
you would eat
it
it.
was sad, but it's gone. Like you've like
You bet worse.
Aye,
pal.
So I think if he saw a woman getting slapped and all in the face, he'd be pure upset.
Aye. So bad, isn't it?
But when I was younger, I was like,
I loved the dentist.
The
What was
dentist
this song? But I never loved him. It was
"You'll be a dentist." But when he's on the bike and he's like, "When I was younger, just a bad little kid." I know all the words to every song. I actually listen to it when I'm driving about.
Oh no, there's something buzzing about. It's
a big giant bumblebee.
You're kidding me.
No,
Can you hear that?
it's in your cupboard.
What? Oh
It's in the cupboard there.
my god, it's not even in this
See
room.
it? Do you see it?
Aye,
No.
I think it's come back out.
It's huge. But it's such
It's come back.
Is it?
No, I thought I heard it.
it's such a good musical.
It is.
The tunes are amazing.
They are.
Rick Moranis. So
Who
good.
was also in Honey, Shrunk the Kids.
Aye, that's the best thing he's been in by far.
Mhm.
And The Plant, and I love that she's like a female.
The Plant.
Audrey too.
That's right, aye.
Audrey too. Audrey's the poor wee blonde woman who gets battered about by Steve Martin.
Aye.
But then,
Is it Steve Martin?
aye, that's her boyfriend. The dentist is her boyfriend.
Oh, aye. Like, it's all coming back to me.
Aye. So it's so good. If you've not seen it, just watch it. Go watch it.
Mhm.
It's brilliant.
It is.
Such good music.
Mhm. Why did we start? Oh, again, so my tooth fell out, so I'm
Oh,
going to
aye.
London. Well, I'm going to fucking Chorley. That's not happened yet.
Is that tomorrow?
No, the next day.
Right, okay. So you get your tooth
So,
fixed tomorrow. You'll be
Hopefully
alright.
get it fixed tomorrow, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to phone up and they'll be like, sorry, we just can't fix it and I'll have to go to London with no tooth.
No, that's sad.
I know it is. It is sad. And I've got like a full day tomorrow. Well, 2 things that I need to do. One in the morning and one at night. And I need to pack. So I have got like,
That's a busy day.
I know.
Yeah.
I just get asked to do a gig. It's Mark Jennings that asked me to do it. It's pub stories. You need to tell pub stories. And I said aye, because money's no bad. But now I'm like, I've not got a pub story.
What do you mean pub stories? Stories about pubs?
I don't know. I texted him to say, what exactly is it we have to talk about?
Where is the gig?
In a pub. Innocent Gun. I think it's in the West End.
In Ashton Lane.
Aye, it must be, aye. Right, so what's help me out here, man? What the fuck can I talk about? Pub stories? I've not got any.
You don't have any stories?
Do you have a story about the pub?
I don't know. I mean, it's very vague.
That is very vague.
I struggle with the vagueness of that.
I mean, I've got things that have happened in pubs.
Well, that's a pub story then.
I know, but no noteworthy.
Well, just exaggerate, embellish, and falsify.
Aye, I know, but then that means I've got to put a bit of work in. I'd rather just think of a
You
thing
need
that
to
actually
remember your
happened.
lies. Aye.
Mhm.
I know, that's why. Prime reason I don't joke about anything that's not true, because I'd forget. I'd forget what I said.
Aye.
And it would
You can't
change
remember a
time.
lie.
Aye. Aye.
Was
You'll think when is it?
tomorrow night?
Right. Okay. Well, do you know what? That's on you.
I just found out.
You'll think of a pub story.
I've got nothing. Nothing's happened in a pub apart from
What's the
Ian.
funniest thing you've ever seen in a pub?
Do you know? I can't think of it. Funniest thing you've ever seen in a pub?
So I'm just shutting on my apps because.
Amanda, stop doing pointless admin during this. It's disrespectful to the listeners.
But I just noticed there was hunters open and I thought, I need my battery when I'm driving about later.
I don't believe that it does run your batteries on. I think that's actually a myth.
I think it's no.
But I think it is.
Even had a million games open. Games will use so much battery.
Aye, if you're playing them.
No, if they're sitting idly hiding in there.
I started reading Chris McQuail's book when I was in the hairdressers because I downloaded a wee sample.
What's that?
Do you know Chris McQuail?
No.
He's like a Scottish author. Nice guy.
No, I've never
He's
met
like,
him.
do you know, remember like you had like kind of short stories like Here We Fucking Go. It was HWFG.
No.
Remember that book? It was big like neon letters.
No, I think have you got it?
No.
I don't know, I think you've
I
mentioned
don't like short stories, Amanda.
but I think you've mentioned it to me before while we've been talking about short stories. And I
Right.
said, oh, I'll get that, and I've totally forgot about it.
Well, he's just wrote a novel,
right.
a full book, and it's about this boy that kind of slips into the incel world.
Oh.
And I started reading it, and it's for his perspective, then it's for his ma's perspective, then it goes back to his. And it's quite. I'm enjoying it so far.
I'm actually.
I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, I'm like, I can't deal with any more grimness.
Well, I know actually. I feel like I'm just trying to get comfortable with how grim everything is.
But like, there has to be something lighthearted in my life.
There's nothing good.
There honestly has to be something because
You've got maths. And
that is the one thing I've got. Maths.
You've got maths.
Aye.
You'll always have maths.
Maths, as in married at first night.
First
night.
night.
First.
Mathins.
Maths. Then.
She's got mathins.
I can't even. Not as in math. Maths.
Maths. I'm actually rereading It by Stephen King.
Is that cheery?
Is it It's fucking horrible. And I love it.
There's a real lack, and I don't want pure fluff, right? I don't want a chick lit novel. I don't want like a fluffy.
What's up with your speaking today?
My
Don't
tooth?
You don't want a chick click novel. You
I think it's my tooth.
You're pure.
I
Saying so many words wrong. It's hilarious.
I think it's my missing tooth. Chick lit.
Chicklet?
Chick lit.
Oh, is that what you said?
How did you think?
I thought you meant to say chick flick.
No, chick lit.
Chick-lit. Right, okay. I thought you said chick lick.
No, so I was right.
Right, you were right and I was not.
That's chick. It's basically just a derogatory
Chick
term
literature.
for like rom-com
Yeah.
type female.
Romanticy?
Yeah, female novels.
Aye.
But like some of them are shite. Like some of them are good yarns.
Good yarn. Spin me a wee yarn.
I mean, Marion Keys she's good.
I think I've read any Marion Keys.
She's funny. There's a real lack of comedy novels,
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
That haven't got like a really dark
Aye. Story.
slant. Something daft.
Fiction. You should write something.
Well, I would like to, but that's what I was saying to my ma the day. Because we were out with the dogs when I was in shite, and I was like, I'd like to start writing a novel, but I'm not reading enough, and I feel like I'm uninspired to I don't even know how I would even. My brain's like completely fucked for writing like fiction and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll get back into reading.
Get your juices going first.
Aye. Which is why I was like, I was kind of interested to see what Chris McQuail's book would be like. Which is it's holding my attention, and that's a fucking hard thing to do, these days.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it, and it's ringing very authentic and true, but it's not a cheery yarn thus far.
I don't mind that. If it's a good story, it's a good story. You want to hear it. You want to,
You'll definitely... You'll probably have a few boys in your school that are kind of like... What age group is it you teach?
I'm with the 5th and 6th year, the seniors.
Aye.
No, I don't think in my unit.
Is there like incel culture in any of the ways at your school? Are you allowed to talk about this, in fact? Do you think incel culture's like a problem for Wayne's they do?
Yeah.
Aye. How does it like? Are you even aware of it? But because you're now in that, did you watch Adolescence?
Aware of it? Aye, because
and like they weren't aware of it, and they weren't like clued up on what the.
No, I think that's I hated the school episode. It was a really stupid, inaccurate depiction. Well, the school that I work in anyway.
That's good, because do you know what? You're the second person I've heard saying that they didn't like the school episode.
It was shite. And
why did you not like the school episode?
I didn't believe it.
No. Did you think the Waynes were being too bad?
Aye.
Aye.
And don't get me wrong, obviously things like that happen in schools, but that just seemed like it was a rampant, regular, the Waynes were in control, the teachers couldn't do anything about it.
Aye.
Whereas, and maybe
It's
that's
exaggerated.
the case for some schools, and maybe in England as well. But the school that I work in, it's not like that at all.
Aye.
Obviously, you get problem Waynes, but that seemed like all the teachers. Some teachers weren't even in the class; they're all just watching videos all day. It was like, I was just like, that's no. I don't think that's realistic.
Aye.
Only the school that I work in, certainly no. It's nothing like that.
Do you think if it's a school where maybe they can't get the teachers but and they get like the substitute teachers in, they'd probably stick a video?
Aye, maybe, but even then, I don't know, like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like that episode. It was the worst one.
Aye.
Because it
They were
didn't
feral.
feel real. I felt a bit bonkers. And it made all the teachers look to be complete idiots, complete morons.
Aye.
Whereas a lot of the time I think teachers are quite clued up on what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say there's definitely incel culture in schools, and boys of that age, 100%. I mean, I can talk about Wayne who's not in the school anymore. But would they really seedy things to me? And
right.
would also say things to me like, "Miss, one day I'll be bigger and stronger than you," and really like horrible threatening things.
Aye.
For
And
no
you were
reason.
Like, no, you won't.
I was like, fuck yeah. Obviously, I was fair.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't even remember what I did, to be honest. I was just so used, to be honest, I was just really used to it with that Wayne.
I'm sure Maddie said that she's noticed it in a lot of Waynes that she works with and stuff. But then you never know if it's just like a pure moral panic, I know. Do you know what I mean? Like that obviously it's a real thing, but are people just panicking like fuck no? Do you know what I mean?
No, I think I seen a thing the other day where it was an article, and it's a really horrible article where 6 boys, teenage boys, I'm going to say something really triggering, so if you don't want to hear that, don't listen to me. Raped a teenage lassie in a field.
Aye.
And
do you feel like things like that happened when we were young and all that?
teenage boys. I don't know. I think that kind of maybe
Obviously,
like the occasional boy, but I
aye.
think like for 6 of you all get together and think
Don't
that's
know,
all right.
Amanda.
I don't know.
I think there's always been that. There's always been pure horrible boys doing horrible things.
I'm not saying there's no, but I'm saying I actually think they feel more justified to they feel justified to behave like that
Do you
because of this kind of culture.
And like, were they like in that world, the incel? Like, were they plugged into that?
Aye.
The manosphere?
Yeah. And I think
That's scary, isn't it?
aye.
It's really scary.
Oh, it's really scary.
Because I've got like 3 young nephews. I'm
Aye.
just like, you just worried, don't you? Obviously, you've got Ethan, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a worry.
Aye.
Especially we go to high school next year. And I don't know, he's quite innocent and sweet,
Aye.
you know. And I don't know, I think I'm quite good at talking to him about things that are concerned. But even like his school, an email came out on Thursday or Friday, saying if your Wayne's got a mobile phone, come and collect it for staff at the end of the day. There'd been a WhatsApp group where they'd all been saying violent things in it. And this is like 9, 10, 11 year
What were they
olds.
saying?
I
Did
don't
they
know.
tell you?
There was some chant about stomping on somebody's head and all that in it as well. And they sent
That's
this
young, innit?
email, to be saying things like that.
Aye. But then people did say things like that when I was younger and all, but maybe high school.
They're all in this group chat I don't know what happened in the group chat, Ethan's not in the group chat. But lots of they were basically saying, just a reminder that WhatsApp's not supposed to be for anybody under the age of 16. Like your 9, 10-year-olds shouldn't be in a WhatsApp group chat with other Waynes.
Aye.
So I don't know what's happened in the group chat, obviously. But there was like a big kind of look into it. And they weren't happy about it. So I don't know, man. I think it's mental.
It is. I'm going to continue reading this book anyway.
Aye.
This boy in the book is like, I think he'll be like 20 at least.
Right, okay.
And he's like left school in 4th year and then he's not got a job for 3 years. So did that make him?
They would be 18, I think.
Right, okay.
Aye.
He's no entered into that world yet. It's just like the lead up to it where he's like isolated and the book's called Hermit.
Right.
So it's like about this boy that's just not got any pals. He's in his room all the time. He's depressed, obviously. He's mad, doesn't know how to deal with it. Like she's kind of neglecting him as well, and he's just has lost his confidence to even like go outside and stuff like that.
God's sake.
Which I know loads of people. I'd say I was a bit like hermity when I was younger than that, but like you get to the point where you're scared to go outside, like a wee bit agoraphobic.
Aye.
And I know a lot of young boys, especially that, like my pal's wee brother and all that was like that. He went through a phase where he never left the house for years because he just was pure no well. Anyway, this is shady.
Anyway, lovely.
That's what I mean. Stuff. Like I'm putting all this stuff in, and that's what's coming out.
Aye.
I need to put some good stuff in my head, man. I need to.
Oh, you should watch Love on the Spectrum. They've just brought a new series out.
Right.
I always find that pure
Wholesome.
Aye. I don't know. There's something about it and all that I'm a bit like
exploitation.
It is exploitative.
Aye.
But as somebody who loves autistic people, it's not like I'm just like, oh my god, like it just when you see them finding like, you know, people who would struggle to normally meet people and make romantic connections, when you see them meet somebody,
aye,
and like it go well, you're just like, oh my god, like I don't know,
That's
it just does something pure
you're
nice
happy
to
for
me.
them.
Aye. but it is exploitative and wrong. But but it does. I do find something kind of comforting about it.
Just why watch something funny. That's how I went back to Staff Late's Flats, on Netflix, because it's just fucking stupid.
I've never finished Stafflet's Flats, actually.
I just think it's just so like pure comedy. There's no grim bits in it at all.
There's no
It's just daft. It's annoying because that's not what commissioners are commissioning, and that's what the world needs.
we just need silly billies.
We need silly stuff, please. Please, for the love of God, please. For the love of God.
Everything's pure
Can we
drama
have a silly wee comedy? Or else, what's the point? We might as well start writing drama. Because it's better paid. They get bigger budgets.
I do write drama.
Well, you better get your finger out.
Can't be asked. Nobody's got to commission it and I've wrote.
I thought you were like more swaying towards comedy.
I started comedy, sitcoms and stuff like that. But basically was made to feel like that was pointless.
It is.
So then did a master's in drama writing.
Right.
And knew, but my drama will always it'll always have comedy in it.
Oh well, aye. That's just
But
another.
I mean, it's just.
That's another strength that you'll have.
I know I could never write just a straight drama. So I need to make fun of people. There needs to be some sort of comedic relief at parts.
Aye. Well, think about like Succession. That's
Exactly.
hilarious.
Exactly. It's so funny.
And what else? What else is pure funny?
Breaking Bad's funny.
It is the Succession is the guy that did Peep Show.
Aye.
And you can put some Succession episodes. I'm like, that's just pure Jeremy. That's so Peep Show. Like that's
so Peep Show.
If you change the tone and the setting and the action,
Aye.
do you know what I mean? But it's still just pure Peep Show.
Aye. Succession was dead funny. I loved that. I love Tom Wamsgans, man. He's one of my favourite characters ever.
Aye.
He's fucking brilliant.
Yes.
He's fucking insane.
Do you know what I find unsettling about him? But he reminds me of Kevin Spacey.
Aye, I know what you mean, but
so I'm just like, there's a wee bit of it that just goes Kevin Spacey when I'm watching him.
alright, no, I never thought that. I think for a while I was like, he reminds me of somebody, but it never clicked for me. But now that you've said that,
sorry for ruining Tom Wamsgans.
No, you've not ruined Tom Wamsgans.
Wamsgans.
I love it. I love how it ended.
Aye.
I'm just, I know I've said this before, we're rewatching Breaking Bad and I've got like 7 episodes left. It's season 5 and that's us done. And it is funny, man. It's so funny.
It's funny, aye.
And I'm like, who is Vince Gilligan?
Sopranos.
I've never seen it.
That's funny.
I've never seen Sopranos. I will get into it.
It's got one of my favourite. I just think it's the funniest thing ever written.
Really?
Comedy and drama. Aye. When Tony's nephew, they do an intervention on him. Have you ever seen that scene?
I've never seen a single second of it.
It's so funny. I love it.
Mm.
Where can you watch The Sopranos?
Don't know. On a dodgy fire stick.
Can you watch it on a dodgy fire stick though?
You can watch everything on a dodgy fire stick.
I need to no get one of them.
I need to borrow one. At somebody else's house.
Let's discuss this later.
Let's discuss this later.
We want to incriminate ourselves in any way. A guy go to jail for having a dodgy fire stick.
That's insane. Get a
or
life.
Maybe he was selling them.
Get a life. Why are you sending people to jail for giving people free telly? Fuck off.
I've had a telly in my room for 2 years now.
You've never turned it on.
And I've never turned it on. Plugged it in.
That's so you, man.
I know what it is and I hate myself. I fucking hate it.
That's insane.
I was actually lying the other day just looking at the telly going,
what a waste of time.
like, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Why are you like this, you freak?
I'm so avoidant. I'm really, it's always been a problem and now I'm just like, don't know how to fix it. And I'm just stuck in my ways.
Aye.
I don't know what to do.
Just sell the telly. It's never gone on. Be real.
I wouldn't even sell it. I'd just be like, come and get it. Don't want any money.
Free
just take
ticket
it.
home. I did that with my last one.
But I do like the idea of like a telly in my room rather than a phone.
I've got an iMac in my room. An iMac?
I was going to say, what's
A
an
Mac? Like a Mac, like a Mac computer. But the desktop's in the screen. Do you know what I mean? It's just a screen, but it's a computer that I watch telly on in the room if I'm watching telly in the room, but I'm most likely watching it in the living room. So
I watch everything on my phone.
Giant telly. I watch stuff on my phone if I'm in the bath or if I'm in my bed, and it's just easier. Like if it's late.
I'd like to be a reader. I'm going to start reading, but please, if somebody knows any, like funny, but like real life funny, I don't want like pure rom-com shite. I don't mind it being like a love story, but I just want something light-hearted and daft. Does that exist?
Somewhere it does. Why don't you go on TikTok? What I like to do is go on TikTok and look for the solutions to everything. So go to TikTok and like best light-hearted comedy books.
Just
and there'll be somebody who reads everything who's like, this is this, it's about this is this, about this, 5 out of 5, 3 out of 5. And then give one of them a try.
Aye. Tell me a good character.
I love to sorry, my throat's pure. I'm still like, I feel like I'm getting better, but I'm still. So I had another cold last week. We did the podcast last week, and then I go pure sick again, pure cold, pure stuffy nose, pure no well. And then on Saturday I was like, no, I'm going out with my pals tonight. I'm not fucking having this ruin my life. So I went on TikTok to find like instant cures for congestion, and it was like, put a clove of garlic up each nostril.
I mind you tell me you done that. Did it work?
Aye. It fucking worked.
How did it work?
I don't know. I left them up there for 20 minutes till I was like, I really need to blow my nose. And then I took them out, and then it just cleared everything out.
Interesting.
And then I thought I'll do one of the like rinses.
Aye.
But I did
I was
one
worried
of...
that would... Because now you've got like good bacteria and bad bacteria in your body.
Aye.
I always worry about flushing things out in case you flush out the good stuff.
Good stuff. I only really worked for one nostril, and then after that I was dead anxious that because somebody had said that, well, I used like tepid water that had been boiled with a wee bit of salt in it. But people were talking about brain eating amoeba in their water, and I was like, oh no, my brain's going to get eaten by an amoeba.
Amoeba. Well, do you know what? The amoeba's hungry and all.
I know, and then I thought, well...
It likes brain.
It likes
what can you do?
Yummy, yummy,
it's
yummy.
no Hit's fault. Hi, Annie, coming in? Annie's still not had her test. She's getting her test tonight.
An exam.
If you didn't listen last week, Annie, I'm signing Annie up to be a therapist. What if the guy's pure nah?
Oh my God, I'd
I'll
leather him.
Fuck him.
Oh, what do you mean nah, you fucking dick?
I don't know what he's going to do, but it's going to take an hour and 15 minutes, it said.
He's just want to come here and play with your dog.
Fair enough. Oh, God.
She'll pass 100p. She's going to pass that. Did you see that they've I don't know how they are, scientists have brought back the dire wolf for extinction?
You've briefly mentioned this, the dire wolf. First of all, what's a dire wolf? Second of all, how can you bring something back for extinction?
They use DNA that they found in fossils, like pure fucking thousands and thousands of years ago.
Like mad Jurassic Park shit?
Jurassic Park shit.
Oh my God.
Aye. And now there's these 2 dire wolves.
That's silly. Why are they doing this?
They're beautiful. Let me show you them. They're called Remus.
Send me a picture of the dire wolves.
Remus and something else. Hold on. Dire wolves.
Well, why stop there? Why can we not bring back other things?
Well, they can.
Dinosaurs?
This was the first. Look, oh, they're so cute. That was some of the wee babies.
Aye, they're cute because they're babies, Amanda.
Yeah, but they're big now.
They just look like white Alsatians. Like, if somebody had that in the park, I wouldn't bat an eyelid.
Not a single one has been seen in over 10,000 years.
That's no right. Come on. Do you think that's
Genetic engineering and ancient preserved DNA scientists deciphered the dire wolf genome, rewrote the genetic code of the common grey wolf to match it, and using domestic dogs as a surrogate mothers, brought 3 dire wolf pups into the world.
right? Turn that off because it's distracting me. But is that not just like cloning a wee bit?
I think kinda. They had to.
Because that's
They didn't
cloning
have a
something
dire
for the
wolf to
past.
take the kinda, but so they had to crack how they make the genome or whatever it is.
You're taking something's DNA for the past.
And you're
So
cloning
where
it.
does it stop? But they could take, say, like they found
Woolly,
DNA.
woolly mammoth next.
Aye. Oh,
Siberian tiger.
Imagine having a
Woolly
woolly
mammoth.
mammoth.
No.
Poor
don't want it.
fuck's sake. Well, look, we've got XL bullies to worry about. We don't need fucking woolly mammoths, can't about. That's all I need up the park. Fucking woolly mammoths.
Woolly mammoth shite to step in.
What size of a bag would you need for a woolly mammoth?
I
I think woolly mammoths might actually be vegetarian. Are they friendly?
I don't know if they're friendly. I don't think anybody can provide a character reference for a woolly mammoth
See?
because nobody's ever met one.
Are woolly mammoths
Friendly, you actually think that. But I'd imagine they're like elephants and that they eat plants and fruit and shit.
Well, we can't know for sure what a woolly mammoth's personality was like. They were likely not inherently friendly.
Oh,
The way we might think of modern pets. Blah, blah, blah.
they would definitely stamp on you, I think, if they were like, beat it.
They don't look that friendly. I think I'm just thinking of like Disney film versions of them.
You think the Ice Age?
Aye. So is that the only thing that they brought back?
So far, aye.
You can bet your bottom dollar if all this shit gets brought back, you will get maniacs a good dog up the
Making
park,
Jurassic Park.
just out with a dinosaur, and everybody else is like,
Scared to leave the house.
aye.
Building forts.
Could we bring dinosaurs back?
If they made a Jurassic Park, would you go? Would you go to Jurassic Park?
Do you know something? I would feel sorry for the dinosaurs.
Would you go to Jurassic Park though?
Maybe not out of like an ethical standpoint. No, because I'm scared, but because I'm like they're kind of trapped in like a
So
zoo.
you've brought them back to be ogled at.
Aye.
I was crying at the wolves because they were just running about playing, and I was like, they don't even know that they're the only 2 dire wolves ever on the planet now. That's a wee shame.
Is it?
It's only they 2. They don't have like wolf family.
Is this the first time this happened?
Aye. Also, it's 2 guys. So they're not going to like breed them. I guess they could just clone their DNA now or whatever. Who knows, man? What they're going to do.
I bet you that they know how to clone things. So there's definitely been people cloned. Definitely.
People?
Aye.
Aye.
Defo.
Avril Lavigne, for a start. Aye. I'd imagine so.
Mm-hmm. And these people weigh like billions and billions of pounds. Who knows what they get up to?
I know. You would clone yourself?
Would you? I'd really put myself out of my misery. No, if I have another one. Cutting a bit.
I know. It's weird. So you could be like, no, I mean, I wouldn't clone myself, really. I don't know why I
can't
said
think
that.
of anything worse.
Oh, no, I don't know why I said that. I wouldn't.
Apart from the fact that you could be like, right, go and you do that and I'll just chill.
Aye, go and show face at that fucking party that I don't want to go to.
That would be good. But then you would end up getting like, what if people liked your clone better?
Aye. But it's just you. What?
I mean, are twins like clones, really?
No, really not.
Right.
Do you know any twins?
I
A
don't.
couple of my pals are twins. My pal Rachel I was with on Saturday night. She's a twin.
Does she have any twin? Like, does she like being a twin?
I think so. It's just her and her twin.
You don't really hear of twins no liking being twins. They always kind of like it. No?
Pal Jennifer that you've met's a twin. Jennifer.
What one's Jennifer again?
Jennifer's the mental one who was giving you a massage in the pub that day.
Is she a twin?
Mm-hmm. She's an identical twin.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And are you pals with the other Ian?
No. I'm no like.
Are twins like? Obviously they're their own person, but are they dramatic? Can they be dramatically different from the other one?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They are dramatically different from one another. I think.
That's mad, isn't it?
Aye. I like the other twin. I do like the other twin. I just mean I don't think
you say you know twins and one of them gets Botox and one of them doesn't.
Aye, that's Rachel. This way. So she doesn't get Botox, but her sister gets Botox.
I'd like to just keep doing that and see how things turn out.
But they're still just pure identical. The new. She obviously gets very good, very subtle Botox. It's not like you wouldn't look at her and think, oh, she's done something to her face. It's just like anti-wrinkle Botox. I think she gets in her head.
I really should.
But aye, that's Rachel and her twin. Do I know any other twins? I used to see a guy who was a twin, an identical twin. What a freak he was. He was an absolute freak. Who else did I know it's a twin? My aunties are twins, identical twins.
You know Hannah's are twins?
I know, I actually do. My cousin's goat twins. My uncle's also a twin. My aunt and uncle are twins and they're married to each other and they've each got a twin.
That's weird.
It's cool, isn't it?
No, it's just weird.
How's it weird?
I don't know, too many twins.
Alright, sorry, I'll never ever meet another twin in my life.
Just too many mingling together.
So I'd imagine their children will have twins.
Yeah.
Twin mum,
probably.
twin dad. Somebody's popping out a set of twins.
That would put me off.
I would have loved twins.
No.
Nah.
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 I don't want any babies, so
What if I had twins?
it's your problem.
Would you help me juggle them? If I said, right, I'm coming out to do the podcast, could I sit one on my lap and you sit one on yours?
Of course.
Right. That's
But-
good to know.
That's fine, because it wouldn't be my life.
Of course. But I'm holding it back. Aye. Must be so hard.
Anyway, how can we can probably go? I feel like we can go.
I feel like we can go.
I don't know. I'm going to clip for that, Amanda, as per usual.
I'm fed up being so damn unclippable.
I'm only saying I need to go because I actually need to edit the podcast so I can get it out tomorrow.
Aye. Oh, aye.
So,
I'm going to a meeting actually. What time is it?
oh yeah.
Oh, my meeting's in an hour and a half.
What is it?
Aye. So, I don't know what I'll do.
Well, you're free to hang about here.
I'll just still linger here for a bit, like a bad smell.
I'm going to edit this podcast.
I'll roll a bit with Annie.
Aye, that's fine.
And
Do you want to get something to eat? Are you hungry?
are you hungry? Yeah. Aye, maybe I should. Then how quick?
I've got stuff
could
in the
go.
fridge.
Have you? What have you got?
See, I bought these, like, didn't buy them, but these, it's like gyros. Is it gyros or
Gyros,
gyros?
yeah.
But I thought they would have stuff in the pack, but it's just the meat.
It's just the meat.
It's the opposite for an
If you
El
eat a kit,
Paso if you eat a kit.
that's insane.
It's
that
just the meat and
just
none of
the
the
meat.
stuff.
That's crazy.
So it's like I've not got the right paraphernalia for them.
Do you want me to go get some paraphernalia?
Sorry, I've got my...
You're
Do
putting
you
your
want
tongue
it?
in your tooth hole.
Mhm.
I'm just thinking, I don't know what time I want to leave it. Probably
Let's
not.
have a wee think about it.
Right, okay.
Right, let's no
Sorry,
bother
listeners. We're talking about how we're going to eat our meat-only gyros.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, well.
my trousers. Before I go, I bought these today for £7.
They're pure gain me. Benzini. The colour of them. Do you remember Benzini jeans?
No.
Do you not remember? Maybe you're too young.
Benetton?
Benzini.
No.
Benzini jeans and Nicholson jackets.
No.
Benzini jeans were like...
Benzini sounds familiar, but I can't pinpoint.
It was probably like the first skinny jean.
Right.
But I can't remember if they were stretchy or no. They were skinny. Benzini, and they were like bright orange, bright pink.
I love it. These are Miley Cyrus jeans.
How Miley Cyrus?
I think they're Miley, like, it was like a Miley clothing range.
Benzini
Oh,
jeans.
I've got a big fat fanny there.
Images.
Which I kind of have. But
Oh, they're actually still kicking about, but they've kind of like... They've rebranded.
They've toned it down.
They've toned it down. I'll type in skinny and coloured full.
90s.
Aye. No, man. Did they exist? Because I feel like...
I think they're Benetton.
No, they were Benzini. They were Benzini jeans. Please back me up here. People for the 90s. Benzini jeans.
Looks like somebody's talking shite.
No.
No.
17 images of Glasgow fashion that will take you right back.
Glasgow fashion?
I think it was quite a nedy thing as well.
What the fuck is that? 90s Glasgow. Wow.
They're not even talking about the fashion. They're just... Fuck this. Fuck Glasgow
this.
Live.
Who's this?
Disappointing. Right, okay, let's go. As per usual, come to Material Girl last Sunday of every month at the Stand Glasgow.
27th
of April. And the last Sunday every month. Come to the Fringe to see me. Come to the Fringe to see Amanda.
Come to everything that we're doing, please.
And Amanda's show
Saturday,
the 3rd of May.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Susan will be there also.
Yeah. So come to that.
And we'll see you there.
Okay.
Or be square.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.